Guys, do you know what happened during last month? I published one of the strategy named Algo Plus 029, and this strategy is really workable, and I did a live test by starting with 10,000 capital, and it turns out my capital from 10,000 to 38,000 in just 30 days. Yes, the whole month of July. And most importantly, it is only 4 trades. When I'm in trading, I always say that you don't need lots of time to spend in front of a computer. What you need to do is wait for alerts. When the alert shows you, then after that, put in a trade and put in a stop loss and put in a take profit. Then after that, you enjoy what you want. But I'm a bit of having some lucky because I'm maybe some beginner lucks in these strategies, because the whole month of July, this 4 trade is a profitable trade. So in this video, I want to seriously dive into it and tell you what margin size I put in, what damage costs that I put in for every single trade. So you need to walk through with me step by step. I can guarantee that you're going to learn something and it's going to help you a lot. Right now, I'm going to go into this strategy and show it to you how I make from 10,000 into 38,000 in every single trades. And I'm going for the whole replay, that every single step that I take, what margin size that I get started, and how do I put in the risk and reward trades. If you want to add this Algo Plus 029 into your trading view, you just need to go to the description there. You find the indicator, add this into your trading view. Remember, it must be Bitcoin, USDT, Binance Spot Chart, and 30-minute time frame. So I remember during that time early of July, right, what happened was Bitcoin from 65,000 drops until somewhere around 54. It drops quite a lot. But during that time, there's no signal until I think first week of July, during 4 to 5. I remember before I sleep, I got the signal from there. Okay, let's see where is the signal. Okay, here is it. That's the signal here. Okay, it is at 10 o'clock in July 6. So during that time, this signal tells me that I need to go in for the entry. I make a trade like this. I put in a trade here when there's a signal comes. Okay, then my stop loss is the previous swing low, and my profit is 1 to 1.5 risk and reward ratio. You need to look at the middle there. That's a square there. Is 1 to 1.5 here, risk and reward ratio. So I can see that, right? My stop loss should be somewhere. Give me a minute. Okay, 1.78% of my stop loss. My take profit should be at 1.5. Okay, whenever I set this thing ready, right, you know what I did? I need to start to calculate my margin size. When I'm trading, right, I need to calculate my damage cost first. How much I'm willing to risk for this trade. During these trades, right, I put in 10,000 capital. Okay, I need to ask myself, every single trade, I need to give myself how many chances to lose all my money. So for me, I'm very confident for this strategy. So I'm risking 25% for every single trade. Because of 1 to 1.5 ratio, every time when I lose, when I make back, I can cover back 30 over percent. So which is still okay. So for this trade, right, I'm risking 2,500, which is 25%. Every time when I know that my damage cost is 25%, how much cost I need to put in for one single trade? And you must always remember, the cost is depending on what and where is your stop loss. If your stop loss is too far away, your margin size will be very near. But if your stop loss is very near, then your entry price can be really big. So let me show you here. Here your stop loss is about 1.78%. So what I can do is about 25 divided by 1.78. I'll be knowing that I can use 14% of the margin size because I'm in 100x cross leverage, not isolated. 100x cross leverage. So I'm using 14% of my capital. My 10,000 USDT, my cost is at 1,400 for this trade. Afterward, I need to set my stop loss. It's at the price of 55,989. My take profit, it's at the price of 58,532. Okay, that's all. So completed. I put in this trade, then I went to sleep. Let's see what happened. I remember in just early in the morning, when I wake up somewhere about 8, then somewhere already taken the profits. How much profit I make? 2.68%. So if it's 2.68%, how much profit I make? Because I'm in 100x leverage, very easy to calculate. It's just like 1,400 times 2.68. That is plus and minus. I make 3,752 USDT. Okay, but of course there is some transaction fees. So I remember it's between 13,600 plus minus. Okay, let's say I just put in 13,600 USDT first. That's the profit. Once I make these profits, what am I going to do? I'm going to wait for another entry by risking 25% of my damage cost. Let's see what happened. Wait for a while. There is another trade here. During 4 o'clock, July 8. Okay, that tells me that I can go for another long trade. Oh my god, this long trade is about, let's see, I go for a long trade like this. So, where's my stop loss? A previous swing low is somewhere 6.17%. And the take profit should be 1 to 1.5. Okay. Correct. So this is the actual setting. But I already did a serious backtest into these strategies, and I already explained to you that this strategy, your stop loss cannot be more than 5.2%. So what am I doing is about, I'm going to move closer. 5.2% is my stop loss, but my take profit will remain the same. I'm going to put in the margin size right now. So start from 13,600 USDT, and I'm risking 25% of it. But this time my stop loss is 5.2%. So 25% divided by 5.2, it's about 4.8%. So this time you can see that my margin size, I only can use 4.8. 4.8 times. So you can see a lot of calculations. This is where you need to be more practices. For this trade, I can put in like $652. I can only risk $652 for this trade. The cost of this is only $652. It's so much smaller. The previous one is $1,004 because the stop loss is really near. But this stop loss is very far away. That's the reason we need to reduce down our costs so that we don't liquidate our account. Let's see what happened. And stop loss, you need to remember, set 5.2%. Take profit is 9.25%. Okay, let's play. And oh, it went down. Lucky it didn't touch our stop loss, and it went up back. You know, during the trade like this, right, you'll be very strong emotional here to make you break even, to exit first, to cut loss. Your emotion will keep on kick you out from the market. But I wanted to say that once you opens up this trade, you just leave it, because you already set a stop loss and a take profit. You don't think too much about it. So let's wait and see. It even went up quite a lot, few percentage. You make a good decent profit, but it went down again. Go into entry price again. It's very hard to control the emotions, isn't it? But don't worry, once set it, forget about it until you see taken profit, position close. Only look into it. You need to believe in yourself sometimes. Trading is always about emotional control. Let's see. So July 8 until July 13, there is no take profit yet. You need to keep on wait and wait. But you can do whatever you want. You can continue to work. You can enjoy your holiday. Do anything you want. For me, I'll be like spending more time with my family. Let's see. It seems like keep on going up. Okay, I believe that soon later. I think it's about 1 week plus. After 1 week plus, it takes on the profits. Okay, how far more? Wow, okay, exit long, done. So how long is it? 8th of July until 15th of July. Yeah, about 1 week successfully taken this profit. How much profit I make? Very easy. Use your cost 652 times 9.25. Okay, so you make 6,000 USDT. It is about 6,031, but I tell you that there is some transaction fees. I remember end up it's somewhere 19,000 plus minus. So let's say I put in like 19,000. I almost double my wallet already. Once I almost double my wallet, then what's next? Wait for a signal again. That's why I'm saying that a bit beginner luck, because this strategy we started in early of July and you also said it, and I wanted to tell you that if you manage the damage cost very well, you can easily to hit your profit you want. Whenever it comes into futures, I always believe that you need to use small capital to make big return. This is not the place for you to make 10%, 20% per month. This is the place for you to make 2x, 3x, 4x per month. So every single month you close your trade, for what I'm normally practice, right, I'll take out my capital first. Then again, I reset my capital and start again. It depends on what I want. It always depends on what am I comfortable with. So let's see. You can see this strategy, it's very hard to give you one signal, but when the signal comes, you really want to make up your decisions to make trades. If not, you're going to waste up this opportunity, man. Okay, so let's see here. Long waiting. How long? I remember also about a week later. There's a short, there's a sell button here that shows up here. So after taking the profit 15, the next trade is 23. Wow, it's about 8 days later. I got a short here. So I went to short here, and then my stop loss should be 1 point. Let me see here. Normally I'm referring 20 candles from the back. 20 candles here. So my stop loss should be here. 2.57% is my stop loss. When you know that your 2.57% is your stop loss, that is good. Then your take profit should be 1 to 1.5. Okay, so that is 3.85%. So remember, you need to do a calculations right now. So my capital is 19,000 and I'm risking 25%, but my stop loss is somewhere 2.57. So you need to calculate how much risk that I can put in. So you can use 9.7% based on your capital to make this trade. So 9.7 times 19,000. It's about, you can put in 1,843 for this trade. Your take profit should be 3.85% and your stop loss should be at 2.57%. That's all. Let's go. So let's see whether it makes profits or makes losses. Okay, hey, I'm making profit right now, but it still haven't take profit yet, so let's wait and see. Okay, keep on waiting. But remember, I wanted to tell you, right, when we are in trading, you can see when you make profit, you can see when you hit break evens. It is very common. You can also see, right, when there is a signal tells you that go for short again. Doesn't matter. You only need to open one trade. Until you take profit, you only wait for another signal and entry again. And you can see that, congratulations, we make this profit again. In July 25, I make this profit. How much I make? 1843 times 3.85. I make 7,000. That's all. So in total, 19,000 plus 7,000 is somewhere 26k already. Okay, plus and minus lah. There's some transaction fees, but I don't want to keep on doing some minor calculations. Easier for you when you practice that, because the transaction fees when you are in market and in limit is always different. Normally I'm used limit, so it's not much actually, 0.01%. So we wait for another signal. When there's a signal, this is already 25th of July. Oh, there is a buy here. When you see the signals, right, it tells you that this is going to have a small rebound or retracement. So when you see the signal, you need to start to making trades. Put in a trade long, previous swing low. Okay, I saw there's a swing low here, 2.12%, and your take profit should be 1 to 1.5. Okay, so this time your capital is 26k. Same, 25% of margins, divide by stop loss, it's at 2.12. So 11.79 times 26,000. So for this one, you can use a cost for 3,065 USDT. Or you can straight away use 11.79% when you put in trade. Take profit 3.17%, stop loss 2.12%. Done. So let's see. I remember this one, a very quick one, just few days. Okay, that's all, taken the profits. And how much profit I make? Let's see. Interesting, isn't it? So 3065 times 3.17, 9,717. So after 9,700, it's somewhere between 26 plus 9,700, almost like 36,000 here. After calculate 36,000 plus minus. But because of previously, what I done in my account is because I'm using limit. So I didn't really reduce a lot in my transaction fees. That's why it ends up my account somewhere between plus and minus 38,000. That's where I generated my profits. So remember, after the whole rundown here, right, I hope you understand that management counts. When it comes into management, it's very important that every single trades, right, it turns up a very high profit. You don't need to have a big money. You can even start with $1,000, $5,000, or even $500, doesn't matter. It just depends on what end goal do you want. So guys, come back here. You need to see, right, Algo Plus 029, it is very profitable during July, but I can tell you that during the whole back test, if you see the strategy itself, it's not every month you got a good result like this. Some month you got 2 profit, 3 profit, 1 losses, 2 losses, but the winning rate is somewhere 60% plus minus. But what is interesting, because of its 1 to 1.5 ratio, so in long terms you are going to make a crazy profit. Just most important, if you want to make profit in futures in long run, right, you need to understand the concept of when you make the profits. When you double or triple up your account, you need to withdraw or reset it every single month. Because we are humans, we always do some human mistake that it is going to kick you out from the market. I don't want you to happen on yourself here. I will share with you how I overcome what mistake that I face and how do you avoid the mistake. I see too many people, they make great profit, but at the end they lost everything. I don't want it happen to you. That's why you need to stay tuned about this. Follow me and subscribe me more in every single strategy so that in your crypto pathway, you can be so much smoother. Thank you so much for today.